Forget everything you heard in The Lion King. The real boss of the savannah isn't who you think. We always imagine the hyena as a cowardly and opportunistic scavenger, but the reality is much more brutal for lions. Science has proven that hyenas hunt 70% of their own food, and that it is actually they who regularly steal the lion's meals thanks to ultra-intelligent pack strategies. Welcome to the battle between lions and hyenas on the African savannah. So are you Team Lion or Team Hyena? Let me know in the comments and subscribe so you don't miss the next myth shattered. By day, the savannah lies. It shows us what we want to see: majestic lions enthroned on their rocks, and in the shadows, stalking hyenas, portrayed for centuries as Africa's cowardly opportunists. But the day is merely a facade. To understand the true dynamics of power and witness the oldest territorial war on our planet, a conflict that has lasted for over 1.4 million years ago. Far from popular stereotypes, the spotted hyena is a biological war machine of frightening efficiency. Its sloping back conceals a mechanism of absolute endurance. Its forelimbs, longer than 10% compared to its hind limbs, allow it to trot effortlessly at 12 kilometers per hour over phenomenal distances, exceeding 5 kilometers without accumulating lactic acid. If needed, it can trigger bursts of speed at 60 kilometers per hour. His cardiovascular system is oversized, with a heart that represents 1% of his total body mass, or twice the ratio of a lion. But its true destructive signature lies in its skull. Its jaw generates phenomenal pressure of 4,500 newtons, either 50 kilograms per square centimeter. It possesses a strength superior to that of a lion, capable of pulverizing buffalo bones. 7 centimeters thick enough to extract the marrow. Nothing is wasted. Its stomach, with a record acidity and a pH of 1.5, it digests everything from hooves to teeth. The hyena's attack strategy is a model of attrition warfare. Unlike lions, which fail in 70%, despite their attempts at direct confrontation due to rapid muscle fatigue, the hyena clan boasts an astonishingly high hunting success rate of nearly 60%. When targeting a herd of wildebeest, they use a dynamic relay tactic. The lead animals harass the prey, then allow themselves to be overtaken by fresher members of the pack as soon as their heart rate spikes. It is a physical and psychological agony for the victim, who eventually collapses after an exhausting chase. This scientific data definitively destroys the myth of the scavenger. Ecosystem analyses prove that 75% to 80% of the food ingested by hyenas comes exclusively from their own hunts. If you're already thrilled by this clash of titans and want to find out which species will win the night war, join our community. Click the subscribe button, activate the bell, and leave a like so you don't miss any of our upcoming wild immersions. It is precisely at the moment the prey hits the ground that the great game of plunder begins. Attracted by the vibrations and vocalizations of the hyenas, the lionesses enter the scene to steal the carcass. It is here that the hyena's defensive strategy is pushed to its limits. Faced with a predator heavier than themselves, the hyenas apply the mathematical law of the ratio of forces. Biologists have calculated that a lioness will never give up her food to a single hyena. A strict numerical advantage of 4 hyenas for 1 lioness to reverse the power dynamic. As soon as this numerical threshold is reached, the clan launches a psychological and physical counterattack of unprecedented violence. The battlefield transforms into a sonic hell. The hyenas emit modulated, hysterical cackles that can reach 150 decibels, a noise level higher than that of a fighter jet taking off. Audible at more than 5 kilometers around, this wall of sound transmits crucial data on the state of the forces and breaks the nerves of the felines. Physically, the hyenas deploy the tactic of nipping. They take turns charging the lioness's hindquarters, inflicting targeted bites to the tendons. To defend themselves, the lionesses have no choice but to form a tight defensive circle, 360 degrees protecting their flanks and presenting a barrier of retractable claws. 10 centimeters long, often overwhelmed by this human tide of muscle and jaws. The queens of the savannah must abandon the field. In areas with a high density of predators, hyenas thus manage to fly up to 20% of the prey initially killed by the lionesses. But this tactical audacity runs up against the ultimate limit of the savannah. The intervention of the male lion. Weighing between 190 and 230 kilos, which is more than 3 times the weight of a hyena matriarch, which peaks at 70 kilos, the rightful king instantly changes the equation of death. His attack strategy eschews negotiation. It aims for the pure and simple extermination of the clan leaders. A single charge by a dominant male delivers an impact force estimated at over 20,000 newtons, breaking a hyena's spine or skull in a fraction of a second. The instant its massive silhouette appears, the hyena's strategy shifts instantly from intimidation to emergency retreat. The biological cost of a direct confrontation becomes fatally prohibitive. This ballet of blood and fury reminds us that the savannah functions like a vast, open-air chess game. The collective cunning, extreme endurance, and numerical superiority of the hyena clan challenge the absolute monarchy of the lion's brute force each night. Viewing this duel through the lens of science means accepting that the true beauty of the wilderness lies not in children's stories, but in the perfect, mathematical, and cruel balance of its fiercest rivalries. In conclusion, we cannot say that lions will win against hyenas, or vice versa. However, if the hyenas were to win, the following conditions would apply. Against lionesses, if the hyenas manage to achieve a ratio of 4-1, they win almost every time. By combining physical harassment of the lioness's hindquarters, nipping, and a psychological war of sound, their cries at 150 decibels. They force the females to abandon their meal. And for the lions to win now, it is necessary that an adult male lion, weighing over 200 kilograms, arrives. The match is over. The hyenas know that a single swipe from a male's paw can break their skull or spine. They take no chances and flee immediately, leaving him the field. In short, it's an eternal game of chess. The hyenas win the majority of daily battles against the lionesses thanks to their endurance and collective strategy. But the male lion remains the untouchable sovereign as soon as he decides to get involved. Thus ends each night on the African savannah. This age-old conflict between lion and hyena is not simply a war of predators. It is the heartbeat of an ecosystem in perpetual balance. Here, there are neither heroes nor villains, only perfect evolutionary strategies on one side, brute force and monarchical majesty. On the other, absolute endurance and collective intelligence. An endless game of chess under the stars, where the only true victory is the continuation of wildlife. So, now that the masks have fallen, which side impressed you the most? Are you more fascinated by the indomitable power of the lion or by the strategic and little-known genius of the hyena clan? Tell us in the comments. If this trip has captivated you, don't forget to like, share this video, and subscribe by activating the bell. Join the pack so you don't miss any of our upcoming wild explorations. See you very soon.